up. Sarah's gonna throw up. Sarah's gonna chunder.
Hi, I'm Campbell.
Hi, I'm Moy. And this is Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show of Reviews.
Welcome to episode 3. Update. First episode, what do we drink? Beer. Second episode, what did we drink?
Second episode, we were drinking scotch, I believe.
Yes, and this is the third episode, and
We went for something European.
But what it is?
I haven't washed my hair in a while.
And you didn't let us dye your eyebrows.
The way they're throwing it.
So, I reckon we should make a deal, all YouTubers, that if Alex gets drunk, we should tint his eyebrows and eyelashes.
Getting drunk is the premise of the show. If I'm not drunk,
I
then we're
reckon
not
we should
adhering
give
to the
Alex some
premise.
shots.
Okay, we can do that. We're going to open a little bottle of absinthe.
Let's mention he's got to do this.
And he's got to do the 1800.
Green nuts,
Oh.
green fairy.
It's a fair, yeah, it is, it's absinthe.
This is the one that, is this the imported stuff? No. So we have Absinth,
1800.
Bacardi, 1800, and
We
what
will
is
give him a lemon. We've got Bacardi with a shot of, just a touch of cherry brandy, so he thinks it's plain.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go! Number one. Okay.
This is the opening of our show for the remainder of...
Yeah,
off
stick
my
it.
forehead.
Yes! This is the... Welcome to
is it.
Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show of Review!
Go,
I'm ready.
go.
This is Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show of Reviews. Welcome, YouTube subscribers.
That was fucked up.
On today's episode, we review
This was fucked up.
Campbell and Moy's... I'm done.
Oh, was it Fairy Bomber?
No, it's absinthe. Oh no, just special bottle.
Dude, she's been...
Keeping that for months.
Chaser. That's nasty, that's nasty.
This is shot number 4. 3, 2, 1, go!
It's red.
Do you want to do this as your credits?
Fuck you, YouTube. Welcome! On today's episode, the White Album. Drinking Absinthe.
It's one of the most incredible albums in the world. In, recorded history. It's made by 4 gap-toothed British. What? Working class gap-toothed British scum.
Scum, he says. We are Aussie-Australian.
Yeah, we hate the British. I mean,
Yeah.
British guys hate them. Or Australians who are racist against everyone. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. We need a bit of...
Dude, that's me.
There we go.
Really?
Ringo fucking left the fucking band halfway through this album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Paul plays drums on about 3 tracks.
Holy fuck.
Including Back in the US, RRR, the first song. and a
Well,
few
was it
others.
was Lennon who said in an interview, he was asked, I believe it was Lennon, if I might be wrong, he was asked, is Ringo the best drummer in the world? And Lennon replied, he's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
We do not endorse rape. We do not endorse rape.
Get in shot. Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show of Reviews does not endorse the act of
rape.
Yeah, pretty much it was 4 dudes in 4 separate studios making the songs, and then they kind of came together as a band after they'd been recorded in the mixing mastering stage.
So they hated each other by that stage.
They weren't spending any time together. while making the album. After Sgt. Pepper, everyone like had that preconceived notion of like psychedelic rock. It was this big genre which the Beatles like partly created, and yeah, then they turned around and like made a country, blues, gospel compilation where British people are taking the piss of music basically, and people like
there are a lot of parts where they're just blatantly taking the piss, and that's enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous how much they're taking the piss, and even though they're taking the piss, how fucking good it still is. This is a parody song of a country and Western American song, to the point where they're doing accents, American, like really bad American accents, but it's still like fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
At $40 in at the casino.
Moy and Campbell's Drunken TV show is proudly sponsored by 1800 Tequila.
We are not at liberty to confirm any sponsorships.
But there was stuff that was off, but it was like, fuck, that's off, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just like, is it good or is it bad, or is it just we're saying it's good because it's the Beatles and then there's that stigma?
Spill my drink on me.
That's alright.
Okay.
If the Rolling Stones had released that album, would we be sitting here and saying that was shit, that didn't work? But it's just because they have that name, that stigma, that we're saying, fucking, it was gold, it was gold, it was gold.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I mean, what's wrong with the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
Apparently back in the day, the guys from Oasis had a massive rivalry from the guys with Blur. The dude from Oasis was asked in an interview, "Are you the Stones and is Blur the Beatles?" And he replied, "No, we are both the Stones and the Beatles. Blur is the Monkeys."
Wow. The Monkeys.
Cheers.
How can you not put them on a pedestal, like all of society put them on a pedestal, to the point where, you know, I was being told a story the other day about how the Beatles music was outlawed in like Soviet Russia, but those people were going to lengths, and there was this entire illegal underground black market of Beatles albums throughout Russia.
That's brilliant.
Because of how good the music was.
Yeah,
Society put the Beatles on that pedestal.
Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show reviews.
What have we got lined up?
I don't fucking know.
White Album. This album was pretty much written when they were in India with the Maharaja. And basically they had like half an acoustic guitar. Like it was an acoustic guitar with like fucking 4 strings. And like a lot of the songs were written on that song in India, when they were all like transcendental meditation and out of their nuts and shit. And then like taking
So it had like a bass guitar.
Yeah, basically. Sexy Sadie is about Yogi, who is their fucking Maharaja. And basically...
Sexy Sadie.
Sexy Sadie, blah blah blah, that song. Basically, the Beatles went to India with like a bunch of fucking people, you know, publicists. And like, they were friends, but they worked... Because the Beatles didn't have friends out of the industry. They slept in the studio.
They were the Klingons.
Yeah. And this young reporter girl, she was like 16, and basically the Beatles Maharaja made sexual advances towards her. Like, and he's meant to be like a spiritual guru who, like, you know, has no sexual prowess and all this. So Lennon wrote Sexy Sadie. I believe that she was like, "No, I'm not gonna suck at your dick, Mr. Maharaja."
Did he like knock her out and fucking do it anyway? We at the Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show reviews does not condone the act of rape.
Yeah.
So did he fuck her?
Yeah. Shit.
He did. And here's the footage.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, in that song it says "Maharaja, you little twat." That's part of the lyrics.
Nice.
Yeah. Shit.
The song originally was going to be called like Maharaja's Scum or something. No, it wasn't like that. It was to that degree, and he thought, no, I'll pull it back to Sexy Sadie, who was the girl who was, you know, sexually advanced by the Maharaja.
Let's see what's wrong with that.
Well, I think he he's seen the Maharaja as like a spiritual leader, like a person who would ascended society, and he's up here, you know. He doesn't have any, like, you know, he's not a human, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you want to like come back to my hut? Well, fuck! Hey!
Pretty much. That's how I met Alex, actually. That was Alex. That's what he said.
He came back, so fuck you.
Shit.
George Harrison's, not just one interview, one comment about the White Album, but his general like senses, his general views on the White Album over fucking like 20 years, and several interviews are effortless, unfocused, uninspired. Like, he wasn't happy. He was basically walking around the studio going, what the fuck is this? Like, we're all like not where we should be.
Shit.
Some engineer who'd been working with him for 5 years up and left halfway through the production because he said, nah, fuck this. You guys have fucking lost it. This isn't working.
Nice.
There's a part about Helter Skelter where basically Paul was playing drums and I think Lennon was just screaming into a mic, and Harrison had an ashtray on his head which was filled with paper. And he'd lit the paper on fire. Because, you know, back in the day, you didn't just record one instrument, you had a room with all the instruments and they're all mic'd up.
Yeah.
So the drums mic'd up and the guitar mic'd up. Lennon playing guitar, Paul playing the drums, while Harrison was running around the room with an ashtray on his head on fire, screaming and yelling. That was during Helter Skelter, so yeah. That's not uninspired, that's not unintelligible, that's fucking brilliant, man. That's what they, like, people shouldn't have been walking out, people shouldn't have been going, this is their
clapping,
peak.
yeah.
They've fucking peaked out at this point, man.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, this engineer who'd worked with them from the beginning said, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Can't handle this.
Pussy. Sold 20 million copies, dude. Fuck you.
Moy and Campbell, Reservoir Dogs endorses. I don't know if we can wear this on YouTube.
That's an insult.
What's wrong with that?
It's tequila.
And a lemon.
Now listen. You gotta,
What?
I'm gonna make you do my the grandma body shop. Is that called the grandma body shop? Oh, look.
Lick Tracy, lick Tracy. If she vomits in your mouth, it's not my fault.
Pink Floyd, like, their whole career, you had Waters and Gilmour, like, fucking hating each other and fucking fighting for every fucking single thing. And throughout, like, the history, that is the relationship, and that is made for some good fucking music.
Yeah, incredible music.
So, you don't necessarily need to all like each other and get on. I mean, it's harder to keep the band together. Way harder. But yeah, you can fucking focus that hate into fucking music, man. Do it. Every one of you little fucking cunts out there in the garage, start like fucking doing cocaine and like getting each other's...
That will totally make you famous and get you into the music industry if you do lots of cocaine.
If you already have enough money to buy cocaine, you can just like,
that's a good point.
buy yourself a record and fucking put it out there. That's all. This is all money, man. It's not about art anymore. It's all money.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
This is the first time Yoko started to rock up at the studio.
Oh, really? Now, every guy who ever brings his girlfriend to band practice, she will get referred to as Yoko. Fuck, I spilled my drink again.
Say no.
Of course not, no.
And then I'll be like... Yeah, so anyway, continuing.
Indiana Jones. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It was okay. It was kind of good.
What we have
is
the directing talent of Steven Spielberg, name motherfucking drop, and the writing talent of George motherfucking Lucas. I'm sorry, stop shaking the camera. That was the best.
The Mummy was better.
Brendan Fraser versus Harrison Ford.
Brendan motherfucking Fraser.
Okay, Jasper's just trying to get out of his shots.
Basically, like, John Lennon was known as the dark one, and Paul was the whimsical, impish one. So Paul was like, ha ha! Made the, like, dirtiest, filthiest.
Which is
Beatles
basically
song ever.
punk before punk even.
Yeah, like 20 years. So, yeah, they just coined a genre.
Sent Charles Manson off the deep end.
Yeah, that's right. Charles Manson. He had a beard.
He did have a beard.
I think you guys all know about him, but he did a lot of acid. Fuckload of acid. And he thought this album was speaking to him, saying that a race war was coming.
Supposedly, if you believe the documentary.
Absinth into your glass. About there. Maybe a little bit more.
And then burn your fucking house down.
And then basically get yourself a piece of flint and some kindling. And I don't know if this is gonna.
Yeah, man, it will.
There we go. Oh fuck, is it meant to be?
What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't know. The glass doesn't burn all the ethanol out of it though.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's the point.
Oh, fuck that.
What have you done to it? It's meant to make it not as hard.
Fuck.
You just got like a solid piece of fucking.
Well, no, you put water in mine.
Anything.
This glass is really fucking hot in my hand.
He was spoken to by God, who told him that the angels would speak to him, and the angels would come to him in the form of men with the hair of women. And he took that, 4 men with the hair of women, he took that to mean the Beatles. And when they released the White Album, he listened to the White Album over and over again, and he supposedly found within the White Album a message that told him that a race war was coming and that he was going to become the new ruler of the world.
He was on acid. Now, I don't know how
I don't
true.
see what's wrong with that, actually.
He convinced a group of teenagers to brutally slaughter.
Oh, there's something wrong with that. I didn't actually mention the slaughtering and butchering of
but
that
taking
actress
acid
chick
and
who was
listening to the
pregnant.
Beatles is
Yeah.
a legitimate way of
Definitely.
life. Please indulge.
Yeah, don't go out and rape
Yeah.
and murder and kill.
No, we do not encourage that. Just
We at
alcoholism.
Moy and Campbell's Drunken Show for reviews do not condone the act of rape.
And beautiful. 4 out of 4, you goes to be after.
Please vomit. It would be good footage. But yeah, in the distillery they had no acid done, and it was mid-process, and yeah, he was basically like sipping like beakers and tubes and stuff because there was no fucking acid, and this cunt wanted some acid. So yeah, that's from one of his disciples. I don't know how true that is, but when you see interviews with him now, which we'll cut
he's
to,
fucked.
I think a lot of people these days get special effects confused with acting abilities.
Well, that's the problem that we have, and that's probably half the reason why we started a review show, to be honest with you. It's because the movies that we see today are so horrible that we needed someone, a voice to turn around and say, no, this is not what cinema is about.
What the hell is that? Oh, yuck.
it was human excrement
It tasted like it.
and rum.
Dark chocolate port.
Dark chocolate port. Yuck.
Would you like some dark chocolate in your port?
Oh, Hello, sailor.
Have you seen?
Oh, that's Gandalf. Gandalf.
Do you want to see? You want to try it?
Who was Gandalf?
It makes sense. This cunt was in a lab full of acid.
He is so fun. Like,
Having little sips.
there are a few recordings of the guy before all of it, and when you listen to the recordings, he's actually lucid, and he makes some really interesting points and says some really powerful things. You watch recordings of him now, and he's like, there's obviously a man who had, you know, incredible insight and incredible personality, like force of personality, who just lost his way and just went off the fucking deep end
Drugs.
big time.
Look at him. That is brilliant. You just need a beard, Dad. Seriously, you need.
Barney just brought in his Asian girlfriend. Hey guys, I just think I can't do Barney's voice. Number 8. I can't even do a burp.
Yeah.
This scene isn't working. I can't.
And it's got a thing over its head.
Yeah, without no face.
So yeah, on Revolution I'm 9, basically they didn't record fuck all other than like Ringo, Lennon, and Yoko doing some vocals, and all of that was samples like that Abbey Road had from like the BBC sound footage. So they've just gotten a bunch of fucking tracks, all intercut them into it, and Paul fucking hated it apparently.
Well, the thing that I have to put it forward about that particular song is that you hear songs made, like modern songs made, with that style of like cutting samples up and making a song out of it like that.
So that's like DJing.
And that shit, but that song, like, you know, that sort of shit had not really been done before.
No, not at all.
And it's fucking brilliant. It is. You listen to it and it's just fucking brilliant.
It's cool.
So this one is grenadine and a Korean anti-stomach upset.
What?
White alcohol.
What?
Is that
the
even
fuck?
such thing?
Yeah.
Although this was originally released in stereo.
Yeah.
But,
the panning though is fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's one
like
thing we
there's
got to
songs where
mention.
it's like bass and drums in one speaker,
Yeah.
then guitar and vocals in the other. So if you've only got mono, you're fucking literally missing out on half the song.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. And it's just cool.
Yeah, basically they were the first people, like, because Abbey Road was at the forefront of music recordings. The Beatles, man. We missed that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Abbey Road is the forefront of music recordinational devices. It's the biggest band in the world then and still are.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had the stereo technology before anyone. They were the first people to actually use this. And with the Beatles, it was like, we don't record our music and hand it over to a producer. It's like, you know, we record our music and then we're in the control room with George Martin, the producer. You know, we're saying blah, 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 do this, do that. And, you know, they were the first people to ever do it. So it was fucking warped, man. It's really wrong. Like, yeah, you don't pan drums to one speaker and then have the vocals in the other. That's just fucking stupid.
Why? Beatles did it.
They did.
Yeah, but in Revolution number 1, he straight up, like you say, you want a revolution, blah blah blah. Well, you know this, and well, you know that, and then at the end, towards the end of the song, he's like, yeah, well, if you're carrying around a book of Chairman Mao, then you weren't going to get along with anyone anyway. It's like straight up, yeah, that is one political agenda that I will specifically say I had. Yeah, Chairman Mao is a piece of shit. Don't get me wrong, but it was just interesting that he straight up did that in a song. I have to answer my phone. It's my girlfriend. Yo. That's fucking potent.
It's 70% alcohol.
All the songs exceeded any benchmark that you could give them. Some of the songs, however, just exceeded those benchmarks by far more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I agree with that actually. Like when they're like next to like fucking Rocky Raccoon and Revolution
yeah.
Number 9, it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This one about, you know, Julian. Not saying that John Lennon didn't love his son, but Julian Lennon, if you're watching this, which I'm sure that you are. Basically what happens now is me and Moya are going to sit down for an hour and a half drinking absinthe, listening to the Beatles' White Album. Whatever you do, it's not cool because you are totally the
You
soul and only
killed
reason
John
of the
Lennon.
Beatles self-destructing. Clearly. You guys think that you're having fucking fun watching us? We were having fucking a million times more fun doing this. Thank you.
Cheers, internet. They're drinking licorice.
No, but they were gonna break up. They were fucking.
Yeah,
They were well gone
definitely.
before she rocked up. Just she. I don't even think she was the straw that broke the camel's back. I think she was just another fucking like sack of rice on the back of the rickshaw. I don't know where that analogy was going. Down the track.
Why not? Isn't it supposed to be us going on random tangents and drunkenly fucking just abusing people and offending people? Not working, Alex.
It's slow. Old things are slow.
Old things are awesome.
I give it 9 Alex heads out of 10.
Number 9.
Yeah. Number 9.
Yeah, I would have to probably give it. I don't know. It comes down to something you're talking about. For me though, I think a large portion of what needs to be rated is like, because I don't believe you can't remove one's bias from your opinion.
Yeah.
So you may as well incorporate it and talk about it. So I believe that something that you have to really consider when you're trying to rate something is its personal impact on you as a person.
Definitely. And if you're gonna do that, you gotta divulge.
But see, so for me, an album that would surpass the White Album for me personally would be The Wall by Pink Floyd. So I couldn't give it 10 out of 10 because
The Wall is 10
I can think of something better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have to probably go with number 9, Moorheads. Cheers, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're about to watch Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead. Stay tuned for episode 4.